So, first thing first, ultimately, how are you doing at this stage?
Tour has started like a few days ago. All goes pretty well, and we still have like quite many shows to go.
Yeah.
All in all, but that's how we like it, Lots of shows and less off days.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, as you said, you're on your fourth day of an 8 UK Ireland date tour. How has the dates you played so far been? How have you found the reception, the crowds? Have you been enjoying them?
Yeah, it's been like great. I mean, people have been chanting like the band's name between the songs. That's always like uplifting. And you never know like what's the reaction gonna be. You don't have that much expectations, but that's why you get surprised and like very positive energy from that, because fans always show their enthusiasm and their support and how they like it.
Yeah.
And in every show they have like really shown it, like really with their voices and with their like clapping and everything, like shouting and everything.
Yeah.
It's been great.
So if you're getting out on a stage and perhaps you're not feeling quite, on form today, the crowd, the cheers, they G you up, they encourage you?
Yeah, it's always like, it's just positive stuff. They kind of give us the energy.
Have you had any particular highlights so far? Anything that really stood out on the few dates you've done in the UK so far?
Well, I think like the previous show in Bristol so far, that's been like maybe the most like uplifting audience-wise. But in the end, I think it's too hard to say what is the best gig.
Yeah.
Like from in objective like opinion. Like I have only my opinion, and it can even change. Depends on the day, but so I just go forward. I don't think too much what happened like few
and of course
moments ago, and we just like want to go forward and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, and you're like basically forced to kind of live in an hour's in the space of maybe an hour and a bit. You're on stage in Birmingham.
Yeah, we're soon gonna start the show in a couple of hours,
and you're sharing a bill with Windrose and Gloryhammer, both pretty popular bands on this island. Do you kind of feel like you fit in with them, and are you enjoying their company?
Yeah, it's been like a good package, I think. People at least seem to enjoy it, so I think it works fine. Like it definitely was like good idea to do this, even though we can't connected this support run with our headline tour, which starts in Norway like in a week or so.
Yeah.
But I really think it was a good package and definitely worth doing with these other two bands.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's no easy task to come over to the UK, so I guess you kind of need to create this package to be part of it, to actually make the dates in the UK and Ireland worthwhile, I guess.
Yeah, we've been here only like a few times earlier.
Yeah.
But this is the like longest run, like in one go basically. It's 8 shows, like UK and 1 show in Ireland.
You've literally had one day off, which was yesterday, right?
Yeah. We spent it in Bristol. It was nice. We went to movie theater. We watched Joker, the new film, and went shopping and eating and stuff like that. It was fun.
So I've had some downtime, some time to relax then.
Yeah.
It's been an incredible year for Beast in Black, really. The new album, you've done 17 festival appearances, your first time in Russia, this tour, and obviously, as you said already, you're out to Europe again afterwards. You must be feeling a wee bit exhausted at this stage.
I get the power from the music. I always want to create, like, my personal, like, opinion in this. I cannot speak for the in behalf of the whole band, but whenever, I get to create or do something new, and I get energy from that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it really has been. It really has been an incredible year. Are you surprised by just how far you've come in what is ultimately a short amount of time, 2015 to 2019?
Yeah, actually, we start to be active into late 2017 because the first 2 years were really not. We weren't really active. So yeah, it's been a interesting and unexpected like ride, like how it all started. There was no expectations. When I started the band, I just needed to do it as good as possible with the guys in the band, and we did the best we could, and just waited. Let's see what happens, and then it started like to go pretty well, and we realized, okay, so let's really go with full force, like with what we got, with what we got at that time. Always like put everything we got into this, and definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, following up such a successful debut as well, you didn't seem to bow to any pressure when it came to releasing the new album, which has also, happily gone down very well. Has that reaction to the new album exceeded your expectations, or did you not really think about that sort of thing?
Yeah, like, I think it's never good to say this about your own stuff, but of course I stand 100% behind my own songs.
Yep.
And lyrics always, but after spending intensively so much time with those songs in the studio, I become kind of blind. I don't see clearly what is good or bad anymore.
Right.
Like I start to hate the whole album and the songs, but it takes time after the release, and I start to like them again.
Yeah.
But at the end, when the mastering is done, I don't know, like, I have no expectations. I'm like, oh, what the hell? How can anyone like this? Like, this doesn't cause any emotions anymore. But I tell myself in those moments that, like, remember how I felt myself for the first time when I wrote that song and how it felt to me back then. So people who hear it for the first time must feel more or less kind of the same way, who enjoyed this type of music. So, that's what I have in mind, and that somehow also motivates me to finish what I started with the band. So,
no, that's very interesting as you put it. Like you say, you almost get an emotional disconnect from the music because you've had to live in that world for so long. It's easy to forget that when the fans listen, when someone puts it on, it'll be the very first time they hear it.
Yeah. So it's like definitely like clear, like. Not clear, but I mean, how to make it. Yeah, well, I try not to think of it when it's ready. At least negative thoughts. I just want to get rid of those and then focus on something else.
Absolutely.
But that's how it's been always in my personal career. It's the 5th album in my career, and the same thing happens every time with every album. So it's not those people who know me, they know what to expect, what kind of reaction to expect from me.
Right, and you're used to that feeling as well then.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wish someday there will be an album that when it's ready, I'll be like, wait until you hear this. I never feel this way about the album until I'm having some break from it,
I'll imagine if you did actually feel that way about an album, you'd probably question yourself more then, because it would be so out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I always like to question myself, and I think a lot about stuff and like analyze stuff and try to improve and
so
try to see different perspectives.
You sound incredibly driven, and the band seem incredibly driven at the moment, and you're obviously continuing that into 2020. Your first time in the US next year, right?
Oh yeah, it will be. So looking forward to that, since we want to go to new territories always as soon as possible, and finally we can get there also next year. So
you've already been part of some big territories already. You played in Japan more than once as well now, right?
Yeah, we've played there like 3 times.
That's incredible.
1 time last year, 2 times this year, and their response from the fans is like always amazing. We didn't expect that kind of reaction and that kind of a welcome. So there's really something going on there in Japan, and we're very happy about it. So.
How encouraging, that's amazing. And when you get a chance to look back at 2019 at the end of the year, are you the kind of that person, and as a band, who is going to look back and think, we had an amazing year, we did all these tours, we released the album, but you're striving for more. You want a busier 2020. You want an even busier 2021. Is that the kind of thing you want?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Because you become hungrier while you eat. There's something, that kind of a saying in Finland.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I don't think there's any okay, you achieved something. Okay, then you're done. Completed. Level completed. The game is like finished. You killed every big boss in every level.
Yeah.
If you compare this to video game, it's not like that. It's always a journey. Just keep going and doing. Like, your own imagination is the limit.
Yeah.
What you can do with art, because this is still art. That's how I see it. You can expand it in different sections. I love visual things also, so I like to combine more visual stuff to music in the future.
Okay, that's really interesting. All right, brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. I hope the rest of the tour goes very, very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope so too.